Tonight, the Local 4 defenders take a stark look at the murder capital of America, Detroit.
All I know is that I don't have a son no more.
More than 1,000 people shot this year, 220 murdered, and we still have 2 months to go.
You know, what sometimes gets lost in all of the numbers, all of the data, is that the victims are very real people with very real friends and families who suffered dearly.
And tonight, Defender Kevin Dietz takes you behind those numbers, where Detroiters are begging for someone to put a stop to it.
Some may find the images difficult to see, but I think you're going to find this a powerful look at the real impact of crime in the city.
In Detroit, street thugs are getting away with murder, literally. Less than 50% of homicides are solved. By the time police arrive, the killer is usually long gone, and witnesses are too fearful to tell police what they saw. Tonight, families of the victims and the police are saying it has to stop.
I see my child laying in the middle of the street. It was devastating.
In Detroit, we shoot people.
Went crazy. He grabbed his gun and went crazy.
A lot of people.
Right now, everything is getting so bad in the world. People are they think it's a game.
The gunfire starts on New Year's Eve and continues right past Christmas. Pop, pop, pop. Over 1,000 people shot this year already. That's about 3 a night. At least 70 of those gunned down were under the age of 16. Most of those shot go to the hospital. It takes a team of doctors to keep them alive. The average cost for a simple shooting, 14 grand. 28 grand for the complicated ones. Very few victims have insurance, which means you pick up the tab. At least $20 million a year in Detroit. 1 in 3 people shot here die. A lot of the victims are in their 20s and 30s. Along with the drug dealers and gangbangers, there are numerous mothers and fathers, teachers and coaches, and kids. Way too many kids are catching bullets, never given a chance to grow up. Every time someone is killed in Detroit, we put a pushpin in this map in our newsroom. It helps us report on the trends in local violence. Look at them all, spread out in every corner of the city, from downtown into the neighborhoods. Cleveland Dunklin is on our board, murdered September 30th. The motive? Cleveland told people in a speeding car to slow down near the children who were playing. They didn't like that, so they gunned him down.
All I know is that I don't have a son no more. All they do now is make arrangements to bury him properly.
The family doesn't want Cleveland to be just another number. They want his face to be the one everyone remembers when we finally say, enough is enough.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
In hopes his death inspires us to stand up to street thugs, they invited us to his funeral service to feel their pain. That's where we found Cleveland's sister, struggling to say goodbye.
Yeah, he was my only brother. He was a good brother. He was real good.
Want us to stop? All the shit.
Yeah, because more people are going to die. People keep acting this way. And more people are going to have to go through what my family and I are going through. Because he's 23 and he shouldn't have died this way.
How do you say goodbye to a brother, a son, a friend, someone who died for no reason at all at the age of 23? A funeral full of tears and pleas to stop the violence. The latest victim, a Wayne State law student and mother of 3. It's too late for her. Cleveland Dunklin and 218 others murdered so far this year in Detroit. The families say with a new police chief and a new mayor on the way, now is the right time for all of us to join forces to find real solutions. The chief says he can drastically reduce crime in this city if all of us are willing to do our part. If you're willing to be part of the solution, we've created a sign-up sheet on our website at clickondetroit.com. If you sign up, the defenders and/or the police department will be contacting you in the next few weeks with specific details of how you can help. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Gun violence has taken its toll on the city of Detroit. This year, more than 1,000 people have been shot inside the city limits, and we've still got 2 months to go. Now, there's no doubt something needs to be done right away to stop it. Local 4 Defender Kevin Dietz joins us now live. And Kevin, they're looking to get everyone involved, aren't they?
They really want the community involved. You know, in Detroit, a lot of people are afraid to tell police what they saw when a crime takes place. They're afraid the bad guys will come back from them. The chief of police says he has to get his officers out of the buildings and into the neighborhoods so that people feel more comfortable coming forward with information. Making Detroit a place where we feel safe will not be easy. Right now, the guys doing the shooting rule the streets. Frightened citizens don't snitch. So most murders go unsolved.
That's been a problem. Frankly, right now, our clearance rate is hovering around 45%. I'm not proud of that number.
In the chief's new DPD, cops work in neighborhoods and know residents by name. Community watch groups thrive. Witnesses come forward and testify. And when you call 911, the police come in 5 minutes, not 50.
I'm very satisfied that we're moving in the right direction, and there's a lot of commitment and focus on reducing it, but we just need to do more.
The chief says he will go neighborhood by neighborhood, asking you to work with him. No more watching from the sidelines. The chief says if you do your part, he'll make sure the officers on the street do their part, saying it's the only way Detroit can stop the shootings, killings, and carjackings.
Status quo, there's no room for that. Complacency, not interested in it. I'm interested in one thing, that we're going to make Detroit a safer city, and I need people that share our enthusiasm, our passion to making a difference.
And we want you to help out too. We created a sign-up sheet at our clickondetroit.com website. You can become a Detroit Defender, and we hope that the list of people who sign up will lead to more eyes and ears out in the community, will lead to more radio patrols and more neighborhood watch groups. We're asking that you sign up at clickondetroit.com. Over 100 people have already done so. Reporting live in Detroit, Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Well, Kevin, I guess there's a number of different ways to slice the same pie. So is the chief hoping to add more officers to the force, or just move more out of the precincts and into the neighborhoods?
The chief says he will be able to add more police officers, but before he asks for those officers, he wants to see exactly where they're needed. So he's going to get as many out of the buildings into the neighborhoods, put these carjacking task force together, and then see exactly what he needs, and then ask for them once he has a better feel for what's going on.
And certainly working to get that relationship established between the police officers and the neighborhood, the people who live in the neighborhoods that they're patrolling, is certainly essential.
Yeah. Huge key, huge key.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
Just days ago, we asked you to partner with us in taking a stand against violence in the city of Detroit.
Yes, and we're very glad to report that your response has been tremendous to this. Many of you have signed up to become a Detroit Defender.
And our own defender, Kevin Dietz, joins us live with an update on the initiative. And Kevin, great to hear so many people are willing to take part.
This has been great. Hundreds of people have signed up to become Detroit Defenders. They've been watching the stories on the news of violent crime. It breaks their heart, and they want to do something about it. They want to be part of the solution, so they're signing up. Out-of-control crime has Metro Detroiters taking action. Following our Defender investigation into over 1,000-plus shootings in the city and multiple unsolved murders, we asked you to sign up and become a Detroit Defender. What's a Detroit Defender? Simply someone who cares about Detroit and is willing to pitch in and do something about crime in the city. Hundreds of you are already on board. Jody signed up saying, "I'm glad to be a Detroit Defender. My heart is really aching for the people of the city of Detroit. I feel like you can almost see and feel the brokenness in some of these people's eyes. It makes my heart hurt. I want so badly to help." Lou signed up too, saying, "I've been a Detroiter for all my 52 years, always willing to lend a hand where I can. I would really love to have a beat cop in the neighborhood, someone I could get to know, and then let him know who's who on my block. One who would get to know where the senior citizens live, or single moms, or anyone needing extra protection. I'd make them coffee in the mornings." Lots of Detroit residents signed up, but so did folks from Bloomfield Hills to Canton, Clinton Township to Taylor, Southfield to Sterling Heights, and nearly every corner of Metro Detroit. The likes on our Detroit Defender Facebook page are growing, and new people are filling out our forms and sign-up sheets at clickondetroit.com every day. This week, we asked Detroit Defenders to spread the word about a license plate on a car wanted in a triple shooting, where a pregnant woman was killed and her unborn baby needed to be rescued in an emergency C-section. Thanks to tips from the community, police found that car, but are still looking for the killer. It may be as simple as passing along information or passing out flyers of a missing child or joining a neighborhood watch group. Each week, it may be something different. But if you want to be part of the solution and help bring crime down in the city of Detroit, go to our website at clickondetroit.com and become a Detroit Defender like hundreds of other people have. Kevin Dietz, Defenders. When we asked our Detroit Defenders volunteer crime fighting group where the danger zones in Detroit are, one woman said, "Get your hidden cameras out here to John R. Street." The sun is up, the school buses are rolling, and so are Defender hidden cameras. Adorable young children are at the bus stop, and so are nasty prostitutes. Sup, Nicole? What are you doing?
Working.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to keep rolling.
There's a naked lady, she walks around, she throws a dress up over her head.
That's right, cute kids in grade school sharing sidewalk space with women selling sex to get money for drugs.
You guys are cute, so what's going on?
We walk her to the bus stop every morning. We see all kind of prostitutes, drag queens, everything, naked people.
You guys cops?
No, yeah. These prostitutes don't care about the kids, they don't worry about the cops, and they are always right here.
They like mailmen, rain, sleet, snow, shine.
You got really nice eyes, really nice.
This woman tells me she likes my eyes so much she thinks we should get a room.
Like, I usually go get a room for 20 bucks.
They'll tell you anything to get into your wallet because for 20 bucks they can buy their next fix.
And I smoke rock.
This 25-year-old girl we'll call Maria tells us she needs 50 to 100 bucks a day to feed her crack habit.
People are calling, they're complaining about prostitutes being around when the kids are getting on and off the buses.
No, I don't come on then.
Her drug addiction brings her out to John R. several times a day to sexually service complete strangers.
Dangerous?
Yeah.
Maria tells me she's been beaten up. The police are the least of her worries.
Don't you worry about the police coming by, or do they not come by?
I mean, they usually don't.
It's like they don't care. They see them, the police ride past the prostitutes.
They're lined up on street corners along John R. from 6 Mile to 8 Mile roads, getting in and out of cars to have sex. At the same time, little kids are getting on and off buses and riding to and from school. The children have a front row seat to the sad show of desperation.
We see condoms, we see needles, we see everything.
And just watch how aggressive some of these women can be, even when men are minding their own business.
This is our date? I got a place we can go.
This woman races up to our producer as he's trying to get gas.
I got a place we can go. We can go to my house. What? Ain't no cop or nothing, damn.
He declines her offer.
I'm trying to get my money and pay my phone bill.
She follows him into the store.
It'll be worth it, dude. That's what you're helping me out.
This mother found an uninvited prostitute at her front door.
I actually had a lady to come on my porch and drink my dog's water out the bowl.
Retired police detective Tom Barry says police know all about it, but have bigger problems to attend to.
We don't want our children to see this. We don't want our children exposed, and they shouldn't be exposed to this.
But on John R., police drive right by all the time, ignoring their duty to enforce the law.
Eventually, it's going to escalate to shootings, and eventually it's going to escalate to homicides, to murders.
How easy is it to scare these women away when the buses are coming? Let's find out. The school buses are coming any minute to drop the kids off. Do you think you could get off the street while the kids are here? We simply ask this girl to leave, and she complies, walking away from the bus route. Just imagine if the police had told her to leave. When my producer sees a prostitute at a bus stop, he calls the closest police station, which is less than 2 miles away.
All operating deputies.
They tell him to call 911.
The officer to 911 to handle priority runs.
911 tells him to call Vice Squad. When he does, he gets an answering machine. He leaves a message, but no one shows up.
We can only call the police so much. Then the police take hours and hours to get here.
The next day, same problem. We call police again.
Hi, I was driving down John R. by Nevada, and the prostitutes are out here, and the school bus is letting out.
Okay, we'll call it in.
They say they'll call it in, but no police ever show up. The prostitutes remain posted at almost every corner along John R.
I just pray.
If you have a danger zone you want us to check out, tell us about it. You can go to our website at clickondetroit.com and sign up to be a Detroit Defender. You'll also find a link to our Detroit Defenders Facebook page there. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Boy, well, Chief James Craig has announced that the department is launching a new vice squad to deal with problems like prostitution and illegal gambling.
And they insist all reports from the community will be investigated, but you got an intersection of a lot of different problems that are coming together.
We'll stay on top of it.
Meet the Detroit Defenders.
Peace is possible. Claim it, teach it, keep it. I just put my flyers in this.
Tonight, we introduce you to the everyday citizens on the front lines of Detroit's fight to end violent crime.
All right, one thing we do know easily, and that is solving Detroit's violent crime problem is no simple task.
But right now, there is a growing movement in the city, residents taking back the streets block by block and making things better for generations to come.
Kevin Dietz introduces all of us to the Detroit Defenders.
So many Detroit Defenders have been jumping into action, and now the Detroit Police Department says they need the Detroit Defenders on the front lines. Ingrid Hatcher now drives her car with a simple message written on the side: stop all killing.
They wave, they love it. When I talk to people face to face, I know that they feel the same way. And I know that they will do something different the next day.
At stores and gas stations, she spreads the message to anyone who will listen.
You know what I say? Peace is possible. Claim it, teach it, keep it. I just put my flyers in this.
All right,
okay?
all right.
Thank you. I believe you're going to help me.
Tired of all the violence and killings, she joined Local 4's Detroit Defenders, offering to help.
I couldn't let another day go by as I witnessed on the news that lives were taken senselessly.
John Cromer recently joined our Detroit Defender group as well, but he has been helping in Detroit for a long time. The ex-con helps other ex-cons find jobs, and they collect coats and toys for kids over the age of 12.
A lot of organizations cut off the age at 12 and under. We believe that children at the age of 13 and 14, they are expecting Christmas as well.
He says kids these ages often go without, and this is an age group, if ignored, can find their way into serious trouble.
I believe that if I can use my voice to encourage other people to give in, to help, that we can spread the help and spread the joy of Christmas.
Thousands have signed up with the Detroit Defenders to see how they can make a difference. Tonight, the Detroit Police are saying, we need your help.
I want to thank Channel 4. I want to thank your company and your organization for reaching out to the community and compiling this list of volunteers.
Darwin Roche, the captain of Detroit Police Neighborhood Liaison, is telling the Detroit Defenders to come on down.
We want to make us one of the 10 safest cities in America, and that's our goal and objective. And the reason and how you do that is through these sort of community partnerships.
No crime fighting skills? No problem. There's plenty to do.
We will find a job for you, be it participating in our crime walks, our peace walks, mentoring programs.
The Local 4 Detroit Defender Facebook page is growing every day. We put out alerts to be on the lookout for missing kids, suspected criminals, and we share our common passion for Detroit and promise to help reduce crime where we can. Now, it's time to take action.
We got to get boots on the ground. We got to get our community in and outside Detroit proper to get involved and to push us forward.
If you want to help, it's as easy as going to any police precinct and offering.
Go to your local precincts. We have community groups there. We have block clubs, Citizens Radio Patrol, where you can go out and patrol your community.
Detroit has 2,000 sworn police officers, and the good guys way outnumber the bad guys in this city. We just need to organize.
It's not that many criminals out there. The good people, we have the numbers. We just have to take a strategy, implement it, find it, fix it, and finish it, and it can be done.
So if you see Ingrid Hatcher in her Stop the Killing car, beep your horn and give her a thumbs up.
If each one of us does something, each one of us can change something.
If you can afford to donate a coat, a toy, or a few dollars to a young teenager, John Cromer would love to hear from you.
Oh man, just to see the excitement and the joy of Christmas in the eyes of our young people.
If you're willing to hit the streets, get to a police precinct and sign up. And you can always go to our Detroit Defender Facebook page and hit the like button and look for opportunities to pitch in. The message, don't just sit back and watch the violent crime problem. Jump in, take action, because we are all in this together. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.